guys, welcome back to Coloring with Critters. This is Jessica, and I am sorry it has taken me so long to make another video. I've had a crazy week, and when I get to a little later in this video, when we color in chat, I'm going to tell y'all all about that. But first, I would like to share my new goodies with you guys. I got a great haul of new books this week, and I'm really excited about some of them. So, with no further ado, I'm going to start showing these to you. Some of them are pretty popular, so I won't be doing like complete flip-throughs because there are already a lot of other ones available on the internet, on ColorTube. But I will show you a little bit of each of them. Also, please excuse any noise in my background. It is pouring rain outside, and all of my babies are in the house right now. And they've been in the house with very little time outside for a few days now due to the weather, and they're stir crazy, and I am too. And yeah, so they may be getting into trouble as I'm trying to do this video. So this is the first book I want to show y'all. It is Mascara, Bursting Midnight Enchantment by Mardel Rudio. It's a very popular book with a lot of people in the coloring community, and I see why. It was a little more expensive, like $16 or $17, but it's spiral bound, it's perforated, which is wonderful, and it's on this paper that is like just absolutely amazing, guys. I mean, this paper is spectacular. It's very thick, it's very toothy, maybe too toothy. I think it was Anne at A Color for Life who was saying that she thought it was too toothy. So some people may definitely feel that way. I think it's really nice paper though. All of the pictures have sort of a mask sort of a theme going on. They're all pictures of people, mostly ladies. There's a few guys in here, but just some really cool pictures. Some of them are more detailed than others. I love this one with the, I think that's a deer hound of some kind. I don't think it's supposed to be like a wolf or anything. But anyway, I like that picture. This is a pretty exciting book, and I have not colored in it yet, but I'm going to. I think it's really neat, and I think it'll be a lot of fun to work with. So I definitely recommend this one if you like really toothy paper. Next, we have, let's see here. Sorry, guys. This is by Deborah Mueller, who does some really great sort of gothic, eccentric sort of art, a little horror-based, you might say, but in a cutesy way. This is the Glamour, can't talk, guys, Glamour Ghouls Pinups. And this is also just really cute. They're all like little horror type girls. And there are various ones, different styles. They're all sort of in this pin-up style like the title suggests. I think she's cute. So if you're into that sort of eccentric gothic stuff, then this is really cute. Next, and this is also a really popular one that you'll hear people talk about. This is the Jasmine Beckett Griffith Halloween coloring book. This is also a really nice book. It's got a dust jacket. It's also on very nice paper. These are all based on her actual paintings that she's done, and it'll tell you about the original painting on the left-hand side. I would personally like to look up the original pictures and see what she did with them and see, you know, if that's something similar to what I want to do or if I want to do something totally different. I love this vampire picture with the little bloody handprints. Like I said in my other video, I like horror. So, oh, look at the wolves. There's a lot of pictures in here. Really nice paper. Really sort of cute and creepy pictures. It's darker than like the last book I showed you. I mean, some of these pictures are sort of genuinely, I think, a little bit unsettling in some ways, but they're very nice. Some of them are more cute, you know, but some of them are also a little bit darker. She's also got these like small pictures like this if you just want to do like a little bit at a time. So these are really, really nice. I like these. And I actually have another one of her books on my Amazon list that I'm looking forward to ordering when I get a chance. Next, I have this book called Misfits. The art is by White Stag, which I'm sure is a company and not an actual artist, or if it is an artist, I don't know their name. I have another of their books also. All of their books are kind of in that same category as the last one, but maybe even a little darker. She has, oh my gosh, there's probably 10 or 15 of these different ones that she has. He or she, I'm sorry, I don't know if it's a woman. It kind of feels like woman's art, but I could be totally wrong on that. And if you look at the original paintings that these are based on, they're all very dark. You know, they're all sort of gloomy, but I wouldn't color them that way, probably. I would probably make them a little more exciting and colorful. But these are some really interesting Gothic images. She also has ones that are like unicorns, aliens. She's got all kinds of different kind of books that you can get that are all in this same sort of similar style. And I may go back and do a big flip through on these later. But for now, I just want to show y'all. See, they're kind of creepy. And they all have names, like the Human Garden. You know, it's kind of creepy to me. Okay, guys, so my camera cut out on me. I'm not sure what that was actually about. But let's start back where we were. We were still looking at this Misfits book. And anyway, I was just saying that this is just sort of creepy, kind of melancholy art. It's not everybody's cup of tea, but I do like it. I think that it, you know, is beautiful in its own sort of sad kind of way. But I do have some other happier books because I've been doing a lot of horror books lately. And I do want to show some stuff for the rest of you guys. So this next series of books is by Olga Goloveshkina, maybe. And they're all called Mounts. They're all just pictures of animals in fancy saddles and stuff and costumes and things. There are 5 of them. She does also have some other books that I haven't gotten a chance to look at yet or buy yet, but they appear from the flip-throughs I've seen to be really neat. And she just takes and she does all of these really cool pictures of the animals with their little saddles and stuff on, and there's everything. There's fish, there's birds, there's horses and unicorns, there's fantasy creatures. I mean, just all kinds of stuff is in here. Giraffe, I love giraffes. I think I've said that before. So yeah, this is just really, really cool. So that is definitely a book that if you like to color animals, or if you're like a horse person like I am, then you'll appreciate this. I won't go through all of them because there are 5 of them, but I'll just kind of give you a brief look. This is the 5th one. It's Christmas. They all have, like, there's a little Christmas koala. How cute is that? A little fox. You know. Alright, so I'm still having some camera problems, guys, so please forgive me if this cuts out on me again. I don't know if it's the storm outside or what's going on. This is the 2nd one. It's very similar to the first. And of course, I immediately opened to this awesome alligator. I also think alligators are very neat. My mother had one as a pet for a brief while when she was a much younger lady. She said she named him Bert. And so, you know, I come by my love of animals honestly. She also had a pet raccoon at one point. So when she teases me about having too many critters, I remind her that I have actually not brought home any wildlife. Like, everything that I have brought home has been a domestic animal. So she is still outbeating me when it comes to that subject. Look at the pig, guys. I love the pig. Oh, he's so cute. That pig's probably one of the main reasons I wanted that book. I'm doing these all out of order, but this is the 4th one. It is the Halloween book. And it's, you know, like the Christmas book, it's very similar pictures. They're just all done in a Halloween style. I think that's supposed to be shoot, I don't know. I thought maybe a hippo, but now that I'm looking at it, maybe it's like a capybara. I'm not sure what that is, guys, but it's cool. These are just so creative. And then the last one, this one is based on the zodiac. So these are all representations of the different zodiac signs. Like this is supposed to be Gemini, I think. That's Scorpio. Is that Scorpio, guys? Or yeah, that's Scorpio, because Cancer is the crab. I think this is supposed to be Virgo. This is supposed to be the Archer, I think, so that would be Sagittarius. They're pretty neat. They're pretty creative. I'm an Aquarius, so my pictures are way at the back. Let me see if I can find an Aquarius picture here. Here it is. I like this with the horse and the water pouring out of the pictures. So I think that's pretty neat. So this other set I have now to show y'all is another set of 5. And again, I'm not going to flip through them because I have already seen a really good walkthrough done by Anne at A Colorful Life. There are 5 of these that are in a series, and they are very large books. They are available on Amazon as a set of 5 for like $15 plus a couple of dollars shipping. And these are huge, guys. I mean, I don't know if you can tell from the picture, but like, hold on, let me show you a regular book. That's the regular book next to it. So these are like almost twice the size of a regular book. And there are 26 pictures in each of them. They are all, this one's all animals. There are things other than animals in the other books, but it is mostly animals. And they're just really, really big pictures. It's kind of slick paper, so you could do marker on it if you wanted or something else. And there's a lot of detail in them, so I think they look really fun. I'll never get around to coloring all of them, of course. Let's see if I can grab the second one. Here we go. I love this title. For those who love to color and for those who didn't think they could. That would be me. I did not think I could. So hard to show you these pictures though because they're so large. Like it's really hard to get all this on camera properly. But they're beautiful pictures. Some of them, if you colored them a certain way, you could even like cut them out and frame them. Like this would be great in a kitchen, this rooster. Seals, again, mostly animals, but there are a few other things. I think there are a couple of people mixed in some of them. There are a couple of scenery scenes. There's a ship in one of them. Oops. This is the third one. And the author on these is PJC Smart. These also came very well packaged. They came in a big box inside another box. So you didn't have to worry about them being damaged. Oh, it's a dinosaur. I love dinosaurs. Random trivia fact, when I was a little kid, I was dinosaur obsessed like many other little kids. So yeah, this is just, if you want a lot of pictures to color for not a lot of money, this is a great way to get it. This one has another pig in it. You know I'm going to find the pig. And there's some really creative pictures in it. I mean, some of the pictures are a little less creative than others. Some of them are just kind of, you know, they're just animals. But some of them are actually really interesting. They have a lot of little interesting details hidden in them. Like this one's got an owl hidden inside the cat. That's the fourth one. And last but not least, the fifth one. And again, just huge, huge pictures. I cannot get over the size of this book. That's what I really find interesting about it. There's some hippos with a baby hippo. Oh, look at the seahorse. I think that's so pretty. Very neat books. I would really recommend these, especially if you want a lot of pictures and a lot of time to color for a good price. The last thing I'm going to show y'all today is actually not a coloring book, but it's still really interesting. This is a color charts book. This is for all of your swatches of your different sets of pencils. I have a binder where I have all the different swatch sheets that I've done that I'm now going to get to redo. It's going to take forever. I actually worked on this last night because we lost power for a couple of hours. And so by the light of an old kerosene lamp, I sat at my kitchen table and worked on my color charts. And this is just really neat because you can keep it in one place. I don't know how well it's going to handle the more wet media, like my Inktense pencils that have to have water added to them. But we'll see. Right now I'm still working on just getting my Prismas swatched. But as you can see, I have started working on it. I'm getting it done. And if you don't do swatch charts, guys, I so recommend this because it's a lot easier than trying to look at all of those pencils and, you know, try to remember, does this one look exactly like the barrel or doesn't it? You know, this way you can just see all the colors, you know, laid out together and really figure out which ones are going to look correct together or best together. And the other thing that you can do with this once you've got all your swatches done is you can also put color combinations. Like, you know, if you find the perfect combination for doing a skin tone, then you can list the different colors out and show them to here so that you have that in your memory. Or if it's just a set of colors that you think look really pretty together, you can have those there so that you can remind yourself which colors it was that looked really good for you. It is, it's fairly toothy kind of paper because you see there's a lot of white showing through in most of these. But I don't really mind that for a swatch chart. If, you know, I wanted to, I could, you know, blend it out with a pencil, but that's fine. I don't mind for this. And this is what the blank sheets look like. And it's the same way. It looks the same all the way through. It's just lots and lots of these pages. And it's quite a big book. There's lots of room in it. So I think that it's a really nice tool. I'm surprised someone hadn't already done this before, actually. But anyway, that's really cool. So I have one more book to show you that is the one I'm going to work in while we chat today. This is the Broken Circles by Tabitha L. Barnett. I saw this book on the Dollar Divas channel. She's doing some work in it also. These are really nice, simple pictures. There are two of every picture. One is on a white background. The other is on a black background, so you can have your choice. They're all of these little circles, and they just have different things in them. There are fish, there are aliens, there are unicorns, Christmas ornaments, houses, just different stuff, dragons, but they're all very simple. So if you want something that you don't have to put a whole lot of thought into, you just want to color, then this is a good option. It's very relaxing. And the one I'm working on right now is this one. I've been working on it for a few days. I just haven't had as much time to work on it as I would like. So I'm going to continue to work on it while we chat today. As soon as I find my pencil sharpener, guys. Because my pencil sharpener is missing in action. And that is no good at all. So guys, here's my coloring buddy today. Well, one of them. This is Pinkie Pie. Hi, Pinkie Pie. And there's my other coloring buddy. Hi, Harvey. Harvey, tell everybody hi. She says, yep, I'm going to sit right here the whole time you color and keep you company. Okay, we are back in business. I have my handy dandy pencil sharpener, so we are good to go. So guys, I was about to tell y'all earlier about the week I've had and why I haven't gotten any videos up. So I mentioned the weather's been bad, and you know, it's not as bad as it has been at times in the past. The roads are a little slick, but they're not just absolutely horrible or anything. But they're not great. I mean, the schools are shut down because we do that in Texas if we see like a little inch of any kind of white stuff on the ground. And so all my animals have been cooped up and stir crazy. My horses are in the barn. They're also going stir crazy. I'm having to go out and break ice on water buckets and give extra hay to my horses since they don't have access to the big round bales of hay that are in their pasture. So it's just been a lot of extra work. Excuse the squeaking in the background. That's our little Pomeranian Scarlet. She's found something to play with. So it's just been a lot of work. And even before the cold hit this week, on Monday, I had some people come out to trim my pigs' hooves because their hooves grow all the time and you do have to trim them from time to time. How often kind of depends on whether or not they're indoors or outdoors and what kind of ground you're on. Mine actually wear their own feet down quite well. Rarity is 3, Opal is 2, and this is the first time I've ever had them done. But they were starting to need it, especially Rarity. So these lovely people who are really excellent pig farriers, their business name is Kindred Folk Mini Pig Hoof Farriers. You can find them on Facebook if you need a pig farrier. They're really good, but I was busy with that for quite a while one afternoon. That was, I think, Monday afternoon. And unfortunately, in the process of trimming her hooves, Rarity became very upset, which is normal because they don't like having it done. And she was upset, and I wasn't paying attention, and I got my finger too close to her mouth. And I don't know if y'all can see this, guys, but here, let me try it this way. She bit my finger from here all the way around, and she actually originally cracked this fake nail, like all the way across. It bled through the nail. I have since been able to go get the nail fixed, and it's healed up a little bit. But it was a rather bad bite at the time, and it bled really bad, and it hurt really bad. Of course, I wasn't mad at her because I should have had enough sense to not have my fingers so close to her mouth when she was upset. I had a bright idea that I would give her a little bit of a bite of food to calm her, and it had the opposite effect. It upset her. And so it was my fault, but yeah, that was not fun. So then the rest of the time this week, when I have gotten home in time to maybe make some videos, by the time I got home, I found out that Travis, my fiance, had gotten home early. He normally doesn't get home till a little after 5, which gives me about an hour or so to work on things before, between the time I come home and when he comes home. But because of the bad weather, he's been coming home early every day this week. And it's just kind of hard to make videos when there's someone else in the house because my coloring area is in the living room. And of course, I'm sure he wants to watch TV or talk or, just whatever he wants to do when he first gets home rather than probably sitting here and listening to me make videos. Speaking of Travis, he has a lady that he knows through his work that he told me about who is into coloring, and I have not gotten to meet her yet, but he says her name is Sherry. So Sherry, I'm told you watch my videos, and if you are listening to this, hello. I hope you are doing really well. I actually sent a small gift with Travis when he sees you, hopefully today. So if he forgets, feel free to remind him. But I'm glad that you're watching my channel, and I'm so appreciative of all of the people who have started watching my channel. I'm up to 99 viewers. I think that is spectacular, guys. Like, I'm just so in shock that I have 99 people that have subscribed to my channel. I can't wait for it to be 100, because that'll be really cool. But thank you all so much for taking the time out of your day to just watch me color and listen to me ramble about my animals. I mean, that's just so awesome. So I am so glad for that. I have enjoyed making these videos. I wish I could get more of them up, but I think we all understand how it is with just time. There's never enough hours in the day. Nobody has enough hours in their day. shoot, I can't even get my house clean because I've always got something else going on the weekend. Y'all might remember from one of my previous videos that I had to reschedule my baby pig, Pinky, her spay surgery. That was supposed to be today, but the weather was so bad I had to reschedule it. I'm sure the roads aren't too terrible, but I just don't want to be struggling with a, anxious pig that doesn't like riding in the car, and the weather isn't great, and the roads aren't great, and so I'm going to try it again in a couple of weeks, see if we can do it then. I hated to do it, but especially since I had to cancel last minute because I didn't know till I woke up this morning whether or not I was for sure going to be able to take her, So I've got to deal with her being an unspayed piggy for a couple more weeks. She has learned some new tricks. She's learned how to get on and off my couch. Well, let me rephrase that. She's learned how to try to get on and off my couch. She hasn't actually made it. She has learned how to get on and off of her own little toddler bed that is in her kennel type area. It's a little day bed that's made for, little kids. And it's taken her a while to figure out how to climb up there because she's got really short little legs. But she is now getting on and off of it and sleeping on it every night, so that made her think that she can get on and off of my couch. And I love her to death, but I do have a leather couch, and I really just don't particularly want little hoof prints getting on it and tearing it up. So I told her, nope, sorry, I love you, but this is, I got to draw a line somewhere, The dogs get on it, but they're a little more careful with their feet than she is. So she's not happy. She's upset, but she'll get over it eventually. I'll just be the bad guy for a little while. This is such a fun book, guys. It's so simple and so easy. Sometimes I like doing more challenging things, of course, but especially if I'm going to chat like this, I don't want to be putting just a tremendous amount of thought into what I'm doing because I can't quite do two things at once that well. And I've actually needed a reason to work on this picture anyway because of the other things I've been doing during the week. So this gives me a nice excuse to work on it. I have also put some of my free time into video games this week because I am a big video game person. And so I've been doing that. I'm almost done with the game I'm playing. And I will probably finish it today. I'll probably finish it. In fact, after I make this video, I will probably turn it on and try to think about finishing it. I'll probably play it while this video is processing, actually, because it takes a while for these videos to process. I've been using the Windows Movie Maker, which is a fairly simple program. It's just, for some reason, uploading the videos is not very quick. I don't even mean uploading them to the internet. I mean, I have to transfer them from my phone to the computer, and then I have to import it into the program. And importing it into the program just seems to take a while. Pardon that sound in the background, guys. One of the Chihuahuas, he's developed a cough. He's only does it when he's upset. And it comes and goes. It's not consistent. Right now he is upset because he's stuck in the house with all the others. And probably right now, one of the other dogs has something that he wants. And so he's going to kind of make that noise. He's old, guys. He's really old. And unfortunately, he's just starting to have some health issues. And I need to see if there's something I can get for him from the vet to maybe help with this coughing. Because, like I said, it's not all the time. It's not like he's just constantly coughing. It's only when he's really upset or when he is stressed out or something, which I find kind of odd. None of the other dogs are doing it, so I don't think that it's something like a cold or a kennel cough or something like that, because it's obviously not contagious at all. But he has a lot of issues. He is a Chihuahua, and my family has several Chihuahuas. And they can be a little neurotic, and if you've ever had Chihuahuas, you know what I mean. But he's a little worse than others. Like, he gets really neurotic sort of behaviors anytime he is upset or stressed. He'll do things like repetitively. Like, he'll rub his nose on the carpet over and over and over again, to the point where I have to stop him. Or he'll, jump up on the back door over and over and over and over again, even after you say, no, stop, whatever. And it's not necessarily because he wants to go inside or outside. It's just this weird neurotic thing he'll do. Sometimes he'll do something with one of his toys. It's just always a repetitive motion kind of thing. And unfortunately, he did have a bad incident that happened to him several years ago, and he's never been the same since then. Guys, this pencil I'm about to use is one of the Caran d'Ache blender pencils. They are really interesting. This is a small piece of one because mine broke. This blender pencil is interesting because it has no wooden casing. Like, the whole pencil is just the blender, the whole thing. But they work beautifully, and it really makes me want one of those expensive sets of Luminance pencils, but realistically, it's not going to happen anytime soon. This is an extender pencil, which just barely fits with this size that this Luminance is, because it's a very thick barrel. This blends better than any of the other blenders I've had, and I've had the Derwent, I've had the Prisma, I haven't tried the Lyra yet, but this one definitely works better than anything I've tried. It is really nice. So anyway, about Yoda. Many, many years ago, he was probably 2 or 3 at the time. At the time, my ex-husband, my first husband, he and I were separated, and I had his Border Collie with me, Border Collie mix, and I was keeping her for him for a while. And she got into a fight with the little dog, which I did not expect to happen because they were familiar with each other, and I had never had an incident with them before. And I don't know what started it, but there was something that day. I heard the sound and went in the other room, and she had attacked him. And unfortunately, she did hurt him. She actually broke his jaw. So I took him to the vet, of course, and the nearby vet said, I can't do this surgery. This is beyond my ability to work with, but I know someone who can. And he recommended me to a surgeon in Fort Worth, which is the next really big town to me. And so he said, this guy's really good. Take him to this guy, and he can do the surgery. So I did. So I took him to this man. And he's in not a great neighborhood. His place looked a little run down, but I thought, well, I'm not going to judge, It doesn't mean he isn't a brilliant surgeon, It just means that maybe his facility isn't super fancy, and that's okay, because lots of people who don't have fancy facilities are still very talented people. But the place was kind of disorganized on the inside. There were dogs everywhere. Like, he had a dog in the bathroom even, because he said, oh, we're out of kennels, and we're just really overbooked, but we're trying to get everyone taken care of. So I said, okay. And I should have followed my gut, and I always tell people that now, but I didn't at the time, and I wish I had, because it upset me. So Yoda had to have his jaw basically wired shut, and he had to stay at the vet's office for about a month, because the entire time that it was wired shut, he had to be tube fed. And so they kept him. And I didn't think anything about it. I was like, yeah, that's fine. I came up there and visited him. He seemed okay. Called and got regular updates and stuff. Now, I don't know what actually happened to my dog while he was there, because I never saw any actual harm physically to him. He seemed fine. But when I got him home, he was never the same. He was weird. He did neurotic things. he was just a very, very odd dog after that. And I just accepted that it had been a traumatic experience for him, and that, you know, the fight had really upset him, and just dealt with it. Well, fast forward, I don't know, 5 or 6 years or something like that, and this vet was on the news because someone had filed a complaint, and there had been an investigation, and it had come out that what this man was doing is that he had been telling some people that he had euthanized their dog because it was sick. But in reality, he had not euthanized the dog. He had kept it and kept it alive in the back room of his clinic and was using it both for blood transfusions and for experiments of a sort that was never specifically explained. Just that, I don't know, for lack of a better word, he was playing mad scientist with these dogs that he was keeping. Now, I'm not saying that he did anything to my dog. I don't know. But I know that my dog had an unpleasant experience there because he was weird when he came home. Man, I want to say that, of course, he ended up losing his license. I don't remember all the details of how the case came out. I don't think he ever actually had to go to jail, but I think he did lose his license. And it was just a really ugly story. The people that had filed the original claim about, you know, it was their dog was one of the ones that he had kept, that they had supposedly, you know, had put to sleep. And they did get their dog back. And I don't know what all the details were in regards to that. But it was just really strange. And poor little Yoda, he just was never a normal dog after that. So we just accept the fact that he is kind of weird and he does strange things. And I really feel like the coughing thing is a mental thing. Because, like, dogs will, they'll sneeze when they're stressed sometimes. They'll yawn when they're stressed. And like I said, if he did this consistently, I would think that he was sick. But he doesn't. So I really think that it is another stress-related thing that he has started to do. Guys, I'm not happy with how these balloons are coming out. Ugh, I'm not happy. I'm going to have to go back over with another color and see. I thought they would blend out better than that, and they didn't. I'm going to try this and see if I like this on there. And it's not even showing. I've probably gotten rid of too much of the tooth of the paper with the blender, and now I don't have a lot to work with. But we're going to try some white pencil and see if that helps it any. So guys, that's what's going on. That's what's been going on in my life. It's been cold and nasty. I've been getting bit by pigs. It has just been all kinds of crazy. But life is still good. I am still blessed to have all these little critters that call me mom. Blessed to have a great man in my life who takes good care of me. To have a job and my health and all of those things. So I guess that maybe I can deal with the fact, you know, that the weather sucks. If that's the worst thing I've got to worry about, then I guess it's okay. But I sure am ready for springtime. I want to go ride my horse some more. Obviously haven't gotten to do any of that this week. And then when I do have a nice day when I could ride, it seems like something comes up. But I'm going to get there. It's going to get better. You know, what did they say in that movie, The Crow? It can't rain all the time. Well, that's the truth. It can't rain all the time. It's eventually going to stop. Oh, I still don't know about these balloons, guys, but I guess it's a little better. See, this is why I always say I'm an amateur, because I've messed up something as simple as a balloon. But that's okay, because I actually really like the way my sun and my waves came out down here. This is pretty cool. Well, guys, I'm going to call it quits for today and get this video all spliced together and edited for y'all. I'm so glad y'all were here with me today. Please check out some of these cool books that I showed y'all. If you liked the video, please like and subscribe and tell your friends, since I need one more subscriber to hit 100, and that would be really cool. In the meantime, all of y'all have a great day and enjoy your coloring, and I'll talk to you later.